Hey there, Ashlyn. It's Martha Miller here with your town tea for the week of November 3rd. Hope everyone had a great and safe Halloween and is surviving the time change. So, this week was a big week. It was Election Day on Tuesday, which wrapped up our campaign season for the two open seats on our town council. And congratulations to Dan McGraw and Drew Malloy, who captured the two open seats and will be sworn in at the first town council meeting in January. And a congratulations and thank you for an excellent campaign to all the candidates, including Derry Edwards and Lewis Rogers. We hope you'll consider running again, and thank you for running such a great civil campaign. It's great to get to know each of you throughout this process. At council this week, we had a pretty busy agenda. First up, we had another retirement recognition. Our longtime town engineer, Ingrid Stenbjorn, will retire at the end of November. And so there was recognition for her at that meeting and her significant contributions. As town engineer, she's had her hand in just about most of the projects over the last 20 years in the town. So take a look at that if you're interested. And please express your gratitude to Ingrid if you have had a chance to get to know her over the years. She will be missed. Also, we brought forward a speed limit change, proposed speed limit change, and this came from Mike Jennings, our Director of Public Works, and that's along North Railroad Avenue between Henry Clay Road and England Street. So right between basically the piece of Railroad Avenue that runs right behind the Ashland Visitor Center, in between the Visitor Center and the Henry Clay Inn. The proposed change is to reduce that from 25 miles per hour to 15 miles per hour. The road narrows significantly, and there's a lot of pedestrian traffic through there. And so council, after some discussion, did vote to approve that speed limit change, and staff is also going to look into extending that reduction a little bit farther north at the urging of our town council as well. Next up, Chief Aaron Holt brought forward an inattentive driving ordinance. This was a public hearing that we received no public input on this, but council did discuss this for a while. And if you're interested in the detail of this inattentive driving ordinance, you can look more at the meeting minutes. But generally speaking, this is to bring it more in compliance with moves that Hanover is making so that enforcement is a little bit easier for our officers here locally. And then a final thing I want to touch on is Doug Goodman, the clerk, presented in my place. Thank you, Doug, because I was out for being a little bit under the weather this week. He presented the legislative agenda for 2026. These are the state level priorities that the town would like to see the General Assembly undertake and advocate for in the upcoming session. This was just a draft discussion, so there was some back and forth with Mayor Trevette and some of the other members of council. So we'll be bringing back kind of a revised version of that before it is formally adopted by the end of this year, so that it's ready to go and submit to our state level legislators before General Assembly kicks off after the first of the year. And that's about it for this week. I'm wishing everyone that is a veteran a happy Veterans Day, and thank you so much for your service. And we're thinking of everyone who continues to kind of working at the federal level who may be going without pay right now, or those who are reliant on federal benefits. There's a lot of great information out there about support for those SNAP benefits from Hanover County, who handles all of our social services. So please check in with Hanover County if you have questions or anything about how to access those benefits. Okay, Ashland, wishing you a great weekend. Bye.